Deep beneath the garden brambles, where moss carpets the earth and mushrooms glow like sleepy lanterns, there lived a little frog named Milo. He wasn't the loudest jumper or the bravest tad in the puddle, but he had something else, a head full of dreams. Today, Wilf the village snail was putting on a tail, balanced on an old thread spool with a candle flickering by and a real treasure map pinned to the wall behind him. Milo's mouth dropped open, a wow face, if ever there was one. That night, by candlelight, he sketched his own map. A crooked line led from the grotto to the pond, with a curled leaf tucked in as a compass rose. He packed his satchel, a matchstick torch, a crumb or two, a rolled cloak, and his button compass. At the grotto door, Mum kissed his head, fog curled at their feet. Then, off he went. Through towering grass and pebble paths, Milo wandered. Suddenly, the sky darkened. A shadow, a screech, the crow. Milo dove under a broken spoon just in time. Wings like thunder, talons like forks. Dust flew, feathers swirled. When silence returned, he crawled to safety beneath an old flower pot, his breath sharp and quick. Soon the rain began. Great booming drops splashed around him. He pulled a leaf overhead and trudged through the mud, losing a boot and half a crumb. Just when things couldn't get stickier, a buzz, a whir, a bee. Milo stumbled into a honey pot and burst out, dripping and frantic, chased by a blur of wings. He tumbled down Dandelion Hill, petals spinning, landing at the bottom in a puff, laughing. Fog started to roll in. It was getting dark, but through the curling mist, he stumbled across Maud's Hollow, glimmering with silk threads and secrets. Maud, the great garden spider, dangled mid-air and whispered, "Not all treasure lies in gold. Beware the thorns." She gifted him a single thread of silk, strong as vine, light as breath. Milo pressed on. Soon he reached the rose field. The wind howled. The thorns loomed like swords. He crawled, cape torn, scratched and sore, until light broke. And there, far away, was the glowing pond. Twilight fell. Milo tiptoed into the marsh, every step slow and squelchy. Then, a ripple. A golden fish rose from the water. He flapped his fins with purpose, then pointed toward a banner bobbing near the pond's edge. Craggle Shell Cove. Milo blinked. That was it. The place from Wilf's map. He searched the banks until, hidden behind a curtain of reeds, he found it, a tunnel, dark and dripping, curling deep beneath the roots. He took a breath, and in he went. There they were, pirate snails. One wore an eye patch, one had a spoon for a sword, and one was already asleep on a cracker box. "Intruder!" they cried. "Tie him up!" Before he could blink, vines wrapped round him, and a tiny toothpick pointed at his nose. "Sing or be soup," they ordered. So Milo sang, a silly song about puddles and pie and socks full of jam. The snails froze, then burst into laughter. "He's got pluck," one shouted. "And lungs," said another. Untied and grinning, they showed him the treasure, a golden chocolate coin, bigger than his head. Milo offered his button compass, a thread of spider silk, and a shiny glass bead. The snails huddled, whispered, and cheered. "A fair trade," they declared. Together they split the coin and laughed till their shells wobbled. After all, snails don't like chocolate anyway. Gathering around, Milo began to share the great tales of his adventure. It was so exciting that even the golden fish joined the party. That night, Milo walked home beneath the stars, treasure tucked in his backpack, a smile on his face. Mum opened the door, eyes wide, then warm. He placed the golden wrapper on his shelf and by lantern glow, drew a new map. Because adventures, you see, have a funny way of continuing. And that, dear listener, was the end of our tale at Pebblewick Hollow.